Harvey had a hard time roasting the players who kept coming up with smart answers. Questions on Family Feud and the answers that players come up with often leave Steve Harvey stone-faced on the stage. However, when a question about hamburgers showed up, the host had a hard time roasting players as they kept getting the top answers on the board. In the end, Harvey finally got a chance to pull off one of his classic expressions after a player shared a greasy answer. In the episode, Harvey was playing the game with the Martinez and the Backus family. For the first face-off round, the host called up the contestants Lorena and Crecia from their respective teams to the podium. He then read the survey question, "Tell me a way a man might be like a hamburger." Lorena buzzed in first and answered the question with beefy. Luckily for her team, the response showed up at the very top spot on the board, winning them the round. The game then carried on smoothly, with Harvey nearly starved for a funny response. After Lorena, Maria came up with another winning answer, "Tasty," and then Alejandro followed up with "Juicy" to get more points. Next up was Lily, who kept the ball rolling with her answer, "Cheesy." Finally, the next player, Steven, got the team their first strike with the answer, "He's thick." The turn then circled back to Lorena, who was eager to play the game. "Only one strike." "We're rolling," Harvey said before repeating the question to her. The contestant then answered with "Saucy," which took the host by shock. Unfortunately for the team, the answer wasn't on the board, and they got their second strike. Things went further downhill as the turn went to Maria, who got the third and final strike with her answer, "He's got buns." The turn went to the other team, who finally came up with an answer that got a good reaction out of Harvey. After the host walked up to their podium and repeated the question, team lead Crecia took charge and answered the question with, "We're going to go with greasy." Harvey wasn't expecting to hear that, as he said, "Wow, greasy." Unfortunately, the answer wasn't on the board, and the Martinez family won the round. Watch their celebration here. Harvey then revealed the remaining answers on the board, which included boring plain, well done, has layers, and fatty. Over the years, Family Feud has given viewers some of the most hilarious and outrageous moments in television game show history. And when you've got Steve Harvey at the helm, the king of facial expressions and comedic timing, it's almost guaranteed that something wild will happen every single episode. But recently, even the unflappable Steve Harvey was completely taken aback when a contestant threw out a bizarre hamburger-related answer that left him speechless and had the audience in stitches. The setup. A seemingly simple question goes off the rails. It all started innocently enough during a recent episode of Family Feud. Harvey read out a question that, on the surface, sounded straightforward. Name something you put on a hamburger. Fans expected the usual answers. Ketchup, lettuce, tomato, cheese, the basic toppings that come to mind when you think of a good burger. But this is Family Feud, and the contestants are often under the pressure of bright lights, fast thinking, and the energy of the crowd. What happened next was one of those unforgettable moments that perfectly captured why Family Feud remains a cultural staple. The shocking answer. When the contestant hit the buzzer, they confidently shouted, "A shoe!" For a moment, there was pure silence. The other team members stared in disbelief. The audience gasped, and then all eyes turned to Steve Harvey. His face told the entire story. First confusion, then disbelief, and finally, complete amusement. Steve blinked, adjusted his suit, and stared at the contestant as though trying to process whether he heard the answer correctly. "Hold on, wait a minute," Steve said, pacing across the stage. "You said a shoe? On a hamburger? You sure you've been eating burgers at restaurants or at the construction site?" The crowd erupted in laughter, and even the contestants started giggling nervously, realizing how absurd the answer sounded out loud. Steve Harvey's reaction. Classic and unforgettable. If there's one thing Steve Harvey does best, it's turning awkward or bizarre moments into pure comedy gold. He milked the situation for all it was worth, exaggerating his disbelief with animated gestures and witty one-liners. "I've been hosting this show a long time," he said, shaking his head. "We done had folks say some crazy things, but never, and I mean never, have I seen somebody try to order a size 10 on a sesame seed bun." The audience roared with laughter. Cameras cut to other contestants who were wiping tears from their eyes. One team member even fell onto their podium, laughing uncontrollably. Steve, still shaking his head, turned back to the board and said, "Let's see if shoe is up there, because at this point, I'm scared it might be." Of course, the board revealed a big red X, signaling that the answer wasn't even close. The internet reacts moments. After the episode aired, social media exploded. Fans clipped and shared the segment across platforms like TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram. One user wrote, "Only on Family Feud could someone think of putting a shoe on a burger. Steve's face was priceless." Another said, "I swear Steve Harvey deserves an Emmy just for his reactions alone. The man looked like he was about to walk off the set." The clip quickly racked up millions of views, with fans calling it one of the funniest Family Feud moments of the year. Many joked that shoe burger might become the next viral meme. Steve's reflection. Backstage, according to sources close to the show, Steve Harvey couldn't stop laughing even after filming wrapped for the day. During a behind-the-scenes moment, Harvey reportedly joked with the crew saying, "You can't make this stuff up, man. People come on here and say things I couldn't write in a comedy sketch if I tried." He even teased the incident later on his morning radio show, The Steve Harvey Morning Show, saying, "This lady said she'd put a shoe on a hamburger. I ain't lying. I almost lost my mind. I said, what kind of cookout is this?" Fans loved every bit of it. It's moments like these that remind everyone why Harvey's version of Family Feud has remained so popular. He doesn't just host, he turns every interaction into a mini stand-up routine. The secret to Steve's longevity on Family Feud. Since taking over as host in 2010, Steve Harvey has breathed new life into Family Feud. His ability to improvise and connect with contestants is unmatched. Whether it's an awkward answer, a surprising twist, or a heartfelt moment, Harvey always finds a way to make it entertaining. Moments like the shoe burger incident highlight what makes him special: his timing, charm, and genuine sense of humor. He doesn't just laugh at the contestants, he laughs with them, creating a shared experience that makes everyone feel part of the fun. "People love the real reactions," Harvey once said in an interview. "I don't fake nothing. If you say something crazy, you go and see it on my face before I even say a word." And that's exactly what fans got during the infamous hamburger moment. A genuine, unscripted reaction that reminded viewers why Harvey's hosting reign has lasted for over a decade. The episode's legacy. Even though it was just one question in a long-running game show, the shoe answer has already gone down as one of the funniest Family Feud moments in recent memory. It joins the ranks of iconic exchanges like, "Name something that follows," the word pork, where a contestant once answered cupine. These moments are why Family Feud continues to thrive in a world full of streaming platforms and short attention spans. Each episode delivers something unexpected, and with Steve Harvey leading the charge, it's always guaranteed to be unforgettable. A lesson in laughter. What makes the hamburger incident stand out is how it turned a simple mistake into a shared laugh between everyone: the contestants, the audience, and Steve himself. In an age where television moments often feel rehearsed or forced, this was pure spontaneity. It also serves as a reminder that Family Feud isn't just about winning prizes. It's about having fun and showing personality under pressure. Sometimes nerves make people blurt out the wildest things. And when that happens, Steve Harvey is there to turn it into comedy magic. The aftermath, shoe burger, becomes a meme. In the days following the episode, fans flooded social media with memes and jokes. Someone even photoshopped a burger with a sneaker between the buns, captioned, "New menu item, the Shoe Supreme." Another joked, "McDonald's new limited edition, McFoot Deluxe." Steve himself got in on the fun, reposting a meme to his Instagram story with the caption, "This one had me crying." Who ordered extra laces on their burger? The humour and light-heartedness surrounding the moment only added to Harvey's growing collection of viral clips that keep Family Feud relevant in pop culture. In the end, just another day at the feud for Steve Harvey. Moments like this are what make his job rewarding. He once said, "Every show, I go out there knowing something wild's gonna happen. You never know what people go and say, and that's what makes it beautiful." The bizarre hamburger question and its now famous shoe answer will live on as another example of why Steve Harvey remains one of the most beloved television hosts in history. It's his natural charm, humour, and ability to turn the unexpected into laughter that keeps audiences tuning in night after night. And as long as Steve Harvey is asking the questions, fans can be sure of one thing: there will always be more jaw-dropping, hilarious moments to come.